Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of my trophy log series. This is the series where we keep track of our most prized possessions. In the last episode we managed to catch a perch trophy on Winding Rivulet. In this episode we are heading to a new water body, but before we do that, this is the fun spot segment of the video where I try your fishing spots. Today's fun spot is a very low requirement and you can earn a lot of cash and EXP here. From this spot you can expect to catch mostly just bream and an odd crucian carp. I was here for just an hour but still caught a lot of big bream, and as you can see on the screen right now, the biggest I managed to snag was 3.22 kilos. I decided to cut up all the bream under 750 grams because they are worth pennies, and sold the rest of the keep net for 168 silver. Super good for new players. Come here right now if you need to get some cash. Thank you guys once again for all the baits. The collection is looking super good already. Like, thank you. I can't thank you enough. I'm honored to be the guy who can collect all the baits and you guys are helping me out. This is just wonderful. It's time to let the wheel do its thing once again. And where will it land? Seems like on Baya River. Okay, this is going to be a challenge. So the first spot of this episode I'm fishing at is at 71.37. I will use retrieval speed 35 and for the lure, as you can see, spiker 218. The spinning gear I will be using at this spot is the linear S68ml rod with Sputnik Element Pro 3000 reel. For the braid I use 12 kilo braid and I will switch my leader to a 5.2 kilo 60 centimeter fluorocarbon leader. If you're new to the channel and you might be asking why 60 centimeter fluorocarbon leader, it's because with the fluorocarbon leader you get better bite rate, and with the longer fluorocarbon leader you get even better bite rate. So this means 60 centimeter fluorocarbon leader is the perfect example to use here on Baya River. And if you don't have access to a 60 centimeter leader because you need to craft it yourself, you can also use a 30 centimeter leader, which I'm showing you right now as an example, and it also works pretty well because as you can see we have a very nice brown trout right now on our hook. Let's see how big this fish is. 700 grams. So yeah, if you don't have the tool to create your own leaders or don't have anyone to gift it to you, you can still use different leaders and have some awesome time here on Belaya. And again, we have a nice fish on. I already saw what it is. It was a brown trout and this one actually seems even bigger than the last one. So let's see, how big is this one? This is 840 grams. This is a behemoth of a brown trout already. If you made it this far into the episode, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Thanks. But anyways, you might be asking, what is today's game plan? Today's game plan, I'll be honest, is just to catch some fish. Catch a trophy. Catch a massive fish. As always. Actually, I think, yeah, that's always my goal. But to be more specific, I would really like to get a spinning trophy on Belaya because as you know, I've tried on this river before and failed miserably. So hopefully this time is my time. And again, such a nice brown trout. This short leader is working perfectly. Just imagine with a 60 centimeter fluoro leader. Let's see if we can get a spinning trophy. If not, and we get desperate, I might try to go for Burbot. I might try to go for maybe dace, but I hope for a grayling, brown trout, or a chub trophy. Here we go, our first grayling, and this one is a beast as well, 760 grams. So on Belaya, if you catch any fish really that are like market fish, if you go spin fishing, it's usually worth quite a bit of money, especially the brown trouts and graylings. So every time I get a marker, I'm extremely happy about it. This is probably not a market fish, it's something a lot tinier. Yeah, super tiny fish. As it seems right now on Belaya, the only active lure that there is the spiker 218. Everything else seems to be pretty inactive and it's working great so far. Some people have had luck on the spiker 418, which is pretty much the same lure by the looks, but it's just different by stats. And this is almost in the kilo grayling, super nice. And also when you're casting your lure over here, cast with 120% towards the rock, but make sure you don't hit the rock because sometimes if the lure lands on the rock, it glitches out and it doesn't come back naturally in the water and you won't get any bites. So try to get behind the rock, in front of the rock, or to the right of the rock, but just aim at the rock, but not on top of the rock because you know, fish do not live on dry land. But this is another target species. Nice, a half a kilo chub. This is very good to see because I've caught brown trout, grayling, and chub, and no pike, no perch, and no other fish like asp and so on, which are just super bad to get in. So I'm saving my time and I'm getting all the target species, so this is the spot for right now. Now this is something way better, but it's a chub. For a second I thought maybe an asp because it was so aggressive, but it seems like this chub is just just acting like an ass. And let's see how big it is. It's 1.2 kilos. Oh, did you see that? That fish just came out of nowhere, right in front of my legs and left. That was so close. I almost actually got it if I would have stopped my lure for like 1 second. So there you go, mate. You're in. I really do hope I did not jinx myself, because this is our first perch. Hopefully also the last perch, and this was just an exception. But I guess we will see in a bit. And the last fish of probably the night while spin fishing, and this is a very nice grayling. Almost 800 grams we take these. I think I will still use 3 of my carp rods to do some burbot fishing during the night to make some more cash. Spin fishing during the daytime and burbot fishing during the nighttime for extra monetary gains. This is going to be my burbot setup. Nothing too fancy, actually very robust. So I think the leader is maybe too heavy duty, but I guess we'll see. If it's too heavy duty, I'll switch it out so we can get better bite rates and maybe better fish as well. But we have to test it out first. I found something very interesting on the World Wide Web. Some guy actually caught a trophy burbot with ground bait. I really want to try this out, so first we need to get some feeder cages. I will get these 80-gram feeders because I don't think we will reach clip 60 with anything that is any lighter, and I'll get the ground bait in the morning. So right now let's just fish with regular sinkers for the evening. As you can see on the bottom right now from the indicator, this is not a big burbot. So this is something extremely tiny, not even a market fish, 700 grams only. This is not the best sign, I'll tell you that. But maybe the ground bait will switch everything once we get that done. For the ground bait, I actually need eggs. So I got to the farmer's market to buy some chicken eggs. I think I'll just buy a ton of these because I will use them for food if I need to. Okay, it's 5 a.m. I got back from the farmer's market, decided to cast my rod in, and I've hooked into something pretty decent actually. So this is definitely not a brown trout and not a grayling, as you can see. It is a chub, but it is a fabulous chub, so we take this. We like these chubby boys. That sounded a bit weird. 1.6 kilos, so it is almost half the trophy size, which is not too bad. So yeah, if you did not know, then the chub trophy size is 4 kilos and the blue tag is 7 kilos on the dot. I think I'll catch a few more fish on the spot right now because it's a very good time to fish on Belaya right now, and then we will get the ground bait done for burbot fishing during the night. And there we go, another chub. This is pretty much the same size, I think, which is not too bad. Let's light the campfire because I think I need to cook the eggs for the ground bait. I'm not sure, but hopefully I'm not making a mistake here. I'm just gonna cook a few, I think, not cook all of them. So yeah, let's test it out. Well, as it turns out, you need raw eggs. But I mean, I can eat the cooked eggs, so it's all good. For the ground bait, you need wheat base, eggs, chopped worms, clay, fish and meat pellets size 7, and fish oil for attractants. So nothing too crazy, but I think you need pretty high ground bait making level to use clay in your ground bait. I'm not 100% sure though. And it's time to sell our first keep net full of fish. As you can see, it shows 1 hour and 22 minutes. It took me to get all the fish, but it's actually not true because I was looking for eggs, cooking some ground bait and so on. So overall, I would say it took like an hour and maybe 5 minutes or so. So yeah, 149 silver for the first keep net, which is not too shabby at all. All I'm saying right now is that this better work because it was a proper effort to get all the ingredients for the ground bait. Well, it seems like we hooked our first burbot already before 10 p.m. so the ground bait must be working. Oh no, this is not a burbot. Is that a sterlet? I think it is. It's a pretty rare fish here on Belaya. Oh yeah, it's a sterlet, and it's this time a marker one, which is not too bad I guess, but ground bait, please get me burbot, nothing else, no catfish, no sterlet. Just take a look at the indicator. I have a fish on right now. This can't be right. 300 grams, no way. 600 grams. And another 500 gram burbot. Well, this ground bait is not giving me any confidence in burbot fishing, to be fair. And this doesn't seem like anything too big either, looking at the indicator. So this is probably around 500 grams as well. That guy had like 7 fish in total and 2 of them were trophies. Don't believe everything you see on the internet, I guess. But I mean, the bite rate is crazy. It's super good. Maybe it's something else I need to do. Maybe I need to switch the leaders because I have super heavy leaders on. Could this be finally a marker burbot? It is 1.4 kilos. We take that, boys. Yeah, worth it. Oh, something is actually tugging on my rod pretty hard, but the indicator is showing almost no resistance, so maybe another kilo. This is actually a solid one. This is way bigger than just a kilo. So let's see. 3.4 kilos, so 3.5 kilos almost. That is a very nice burbot, at least to my standards. And that burbot is worth a lot of money. And this is a 3.8 kilo burbot during the morning, which is very lovely to see because, again, I just see cash signs. And this is our first kitty cat of the episode, so very nice to see. 2.4 kilos. Someone in the chat said to try out Aquila 4g 002, so let's test it out. So it's out of stock on Belaya, let's visit Mosquito Lake. And of course, Mosquito Lake always delivers. And with the new lure, there is also a new spot. Right now I'm fishing at 72, 42, retrieval speed 35. For the lure, I'm using the Aquila 4g 002 as I showed before. So far, it seems to be working pretty damn good. So the first fish is a grayling, which is our target species. This is something we're going for, and this is almost a kilo, and we also got some spin fishing percentage. So this is absolutely amazing. Well, I was totally not ready to record a fish, but this is 2 kilo grayling, which is actually amazing. This fish actually took my lure right in front of my legs, you know, over there as I'm showing right now. Ooh, somebody actually caught a trophy chub. This is a good sign. Well, this spot is actually working pretty well, and the lure as well. So if you guys want to try it out, I definitely recommend this spot. And I think we have another chub one, or maybe a brown trout, because this fish is having the zoomies. And I was actually awfully wrong. This is an asp. This is not what you want to see. Don't go to this spot. Okay, I'm kidding. Come here. It's fun. 800 grams. I need to show you guys something right now. Do you see this grayling? It's 666 grams. Another devilfish. Meanwhile, we're catching a lot of grayling. I also wanted to tell you guys about the grayling's trophy size, which is 3.2 kilos, and the blue tag is 5.5. And this is another nice grayling. Above a kilo for sure. Yeah, 1.1 kilos. That is a very nice fish. So during the evening, I had no luck at the other spot. I decided to come back to the first spot we tested out in this episode. And oh, there's a nice chub on the hook right now. So this spot seems to be actually more active, but I'm not sure if it's better for trophies. I am taking back everything I just said, because this is something very big on the hook right now. I don't know what I've hooked into. It's not too active, so it gives some sort of a grayling vibe. Maybe it is a grayling, but I guess we'll see once we have the fish in. But definitely this is a very big fish, and maybe close to a trophy. Oh, it is a grayling, but definitely not the trophy grayling, because they look totally different. But I don't think this fish is too far from the trophy size, so let's see how big this is. It looks very nice. 2.69 kilos, so 2.7 kilos, and 3.2 is the trophy size. We are only 500 grams off the trophy size. This spot, I think this is the spot where we will catch our trophy this episode. Mark my words. Next cast in, and I already have something very nice on the hook. This is nothing compared to the grayling we had before, and this fish is probably a chub. Yeah, it's a chub. So it's 3 a.m. and we have hooked into something absolutely bizarrely big again, but it is a chub. Unfortunately, not a grayling or a brown trout, which would be worth a lot more money, but this is still a very good sign. 2.4 kilo chub. Now this is over half the trophy size. Well, this fish I haven't seen for a long time. This is a very nice brown trout, and this is 700 grams. So what I've observed from this spot so far is that the best time to fish here starts at 4 a.m, lasts up until like 8 a.m. Then there's a quiet time. Then you will catch some fish during the daytime, and the best time starts again at 4 p.m. and ends at 8. And then during the nighttime, if you keep spamming your lure here, you can get some pretty big chub, which means during the nighttime you have the best chance to get a chub trophy, because nothing else is really biting, and it's when the chub are active. I guess the brown trout are back at this spot, because this is now the second one I've caught. Sorry, I meant the perch are back at the spot. Ooh, nice one. Our first Belaya cafe order is a chub order for 51 silver. So the total playtime was around 2 hours. It shows like 3 hours, but I was super AFK, and we made 306 silver from the whole keep net, which is absolutely amazing. This chub are actually really making me work for it. I saw the fish before. It's a chub for sure, yeah. You can see it right now as well. It's a chub. But somehow they're just pulling my reel super hard. I don't know why. Maybe I need to switch out the leader. Maybe it's just kind of broken. Maybe that does something to it. I have absolutely no idea. Well, this is something you like to see. It's a brown trout, and this is again a very nice brown trout. Probably the biggest I've caught in this episode. Yeah, 1.3 kilos. That is a very big brown trout. In this episode so far, I've mentioned the grayling trophy size and the chub trophy size, but not the brown trout. So the brown trout trophy size is 3 kilos and the blue tag is 5 kilos. And that is a big job on the hook once again. And as you can see, during the nighttime here is the best time for chub fishing. And this is another 2.5 kilo chub. We have a big fish on right now. I really hope this is a brown trout. I mean, it could be a chub or a grayling, but it doesn't act like neither of them. It's just too quick, too many zoomies. It acts like an eyed, but hopefully it's not an eyed, because I've caught 0 eyed from this spot. Oh yeah, this is a pig. This is a very big brown trout, 1.7 kilos. We take these. Gibble carp trophy on Belaya. That is very odd. I think this is probably the last fish I will catch this morning, so let's get this fish in and sell our keep net. This seems like another very decent fish and possibly another brown trout. I've caught a few of them from this spot right now, which is quite surprising because at one point they kind of just died out, and it is a brown trout. And this one is 1 kilo. Super nice. So for 30 minutes of work, we made 138 silver. This is not too bad at all, just for 30 minutes. I want to try out Spiker 210 for chub because in my Discord chat somebody said they caught 2 trophy chubs from this spot with Spiker 210 and retrieval speed 26. The spot is 69.33 and this is just behind the bush where we were before. It's the same rock, so let's see if we can catch anything. I mean, it is a chub, and bang on, we have a beast on. It's not a chub, but a brown trout, so even better. We're making money. Let's see if we can catch something on the next cast right away. That would be pretty cool. And a fish on the next cast. That is really nice. And it is a fairly decent grayling actually. I think this might be over a kilo. So this spot is good for chub, grayling, and also brown trout. That is amazing. And we have another decent grayling on. I wanted to tell you guys about some things that can actually affect your bite rate on Belaya. What I've realized so far, because I've been here a couple of hours, I've realized that if it is raining on Belaya, you usually get a lot less bites. And the same goes if you stay on Belaya for more than an hour. So let's say on the first hour, you catch like 50 fish. The next hour, you might catch like 30. Then it goes to like 25 and it stays there. So Belaya just freaking dies out. I don't know why. I haven't seen this kind of a pattern on any other water bodies, but just on Belaya. So yeah, just so you know, if you can, try to do like an hour of spin fishing, take a break, do float fishing, do bottom fishing, or go to a different lake, come back like a few hours later, and then the bite rate has been restored. Well, that is a decent chub on the Spiker 210. That's like a kilo, so I guess morning time is the best for chub on this lure because this is my third chub or so, and they've been all pretty big. And that is also a very nice grayling. Maybe a kilo? Oh, 1.1 kilo actually. Almost 1.2. Sorry. Another 1.3 kilo grayling right after the one I had before. Money. Oh, almost broke my line on my leader. Well, that was close. Is the fish stuck behind a rock? I don't really understand. It was just stopped in the middle of the water, I think. It wasn't moving at all. I think I need to switch out my leader because I think this leader is just too old and it's kind of broken. But that is a very nice chub. I think this is possibly my biggest chub from this spot so far. Hey, that's a nice chub. I switched out my leader to something a bit more healthy, so let's see. Maybe this will make a difference with fighting the fish. I think it definitely did help me because I'm able to put on a lot more force to the fish than I was able to do before. And this is now officially the biggest chub I've caught from this spot so far. It's almost 2 kilos. Look at this. This is a behemoth in his natural habitat in the water, but soon on the shore in my keep net. And that is a very nice grayling. A whole 2.2 kilos. That is actually very good. That's a good sign. Maybe this is actually a grayling trophy spot as well. Time to sell all the fish. I managed to fill in a brown trout cafe order for 50 silver, grayling order for 66 silver, and sold the rest of the keep net for 235 silver. So in total, we made 351 silver in 1 hour. The amount of money we made last day is just insane. So I will keep fishing here with the Spiker 210. Maybe we can make the same amount of money. This is another 700 gram brown trout already on the hook. People keep catching gibble trophies here. What the hell? You guys are so nice. Who knows the guy? I want to check his channel out. I think this is one of the most wholesome sessions I've ever had in this game. I really like talking with you guys. I think this could actually be the trophy fish we're after. I've been actually fighting with this fish for a little bit and it is showing no signs of giving up. So I think this is a brown trout and maybe even a trophy brown trout. This fish is actually going nuts. You can see how fast it is moving. I can't even reel in the line fast enough. You can see the indicator sometimes is going to 0 because just having the zoomies. Unless this is an asp. And yeah, I see asp even in my nightmares. They are the most awful fish on Belaya, I think. That's just annoying to catch, but they make a lot of money. Let me fast forward a little bit for you guys. The fish is coming in, finally, through the bushes, so we can see in a second what it is. I still don't know what it is. And this is a brown trout, and that is a big brown trout. I think the biggest of this episode for sure, but this is not a trophy brown trout, but it does look awesome. 2.1 kilos, so actually quite far away from the trophy size, but it fought like hell. I did not think brown trout were that strong on a gear like this. So good to know. Next time when we hook into a brown trout that is over 2 kilos, it could possibly be a trophy or possibly a 2 kilo brown trout. Who knows? We won't know before we reel it in. My biggest brown trout so far is 2.6 kilos. You love to see it when people help each other out. This guy sent a free leader to a newbie who really needed it. So thanks. And also, Thank you for all the nice wishes because it was my birthday. So thanks everyone who wished me happy birthday in the game. I really appreciate you and you definitely made my day. And now I need a proper fish to make the episode. So this is a very nice grayling, but it is very far away from the trophy. Another fishing trip completed. I was here for an hour and a half and made 190 silver. Belaya is really printing money. This is like one of the best places where to make money. I think if I'm going to be unlucky here, then I will still make a lot of money, which is very good. I want to try size 4 hooks on the Spiker 218. Maybe this will make a difference with the average size of fish. And if it doesn't, then I might even switch to size 2 and see how well that will work. Because maybe the bite rate will be super bad, but if it gives me bigger fish or opportunity to catch bigger fish, I'm all for it. So first cast, first fish. Oh yeah, first fish on right away. So let's see. It doesn't seem like anything too big, but maybe it is like at least half a kilo. That's already a good sign because during the daytime usually I catch here like 200-300 gram fish. I mean, it's almost a 600 gram brown trout. You can't be mad at that. It is 11 p.m. and I have an absolute unit on my hook right now. I'm not really sure if it is because I switched my hooks because I don't have enough data right now to really do any analysis. So I think it's just random right now. But this is a big fish and I'm pretty sure it's another brown trout because it's fighting exactly like the 2 kilo brown trout was. But now the question is, how big is the fish? Because I actually have no clue. Maybe it's another 2 kilos, maybe it's a trophy. I guess we'll see. Maybe we can actually see it jump out of the water, so let's hope for that. Oh, it jumped, but I could not see what it was. But I think it was a brown trout. This fish really likes jumping. It's jumped out of the water like 3 times. And again, that's like the 4th time already. I've heard that when the fish jump out of the water like this, there's a higher chance to lose the fish, so it's never a good thing if the fish keeps jumping out of the water. But because of the jumping, I think it is a brown trout because they like to jump out of the water a lot. So I'm very excited to bring this fish in. This fish is finally tired and I do not believe for a second this is just 2 kilos. It took me so long to reel in the fish and I do believe it's way bigger. So get in the net. 2.74 kilos. This is my new record, I think, if I remember correctly. But this is insane. 2.74 kilos, only 250 grams off the trophy size. I was so close. I was so close to escape the Belaya prison. I call it Belaya prison because I'm never lucky here. Well, after a long day of fishing, it's finally time to sell our fish. And it took us 53 minutes to make 138 silver, which is not too bad at all. And we also caught a new personal best, brown trout. Hi. So I decided to go and fish at 73.43, retrieval speed 35, and for the lure, the good old trusty Spiker 218. I just got a bit tired of the same spot and to fishing at the same spot the whole time, so I wanted to switch it up a bit. And also, Belaya has died out like crazy. Like the bite rate is so bad right now. But at least we have a decent grayling on the hook right now, which is almost 700 grams, not too shabby. Well, excuse me, but I think this is a granddaddy of all graylings because this is almost 2 kilos. What a nice specimen. For your information, the fishing actually picked up pretty good, so we caught a lot of fish and I managed to fill in a grayling cafe order for 59 silver, brown trout order for 71 silver, and sold the rest of the keep net for 137 silver, so in total we made 267 silver, which is not bad at all. I set myself a little challenge to see how much money I can make here on this spot within 15 minutes of fishing here in the morning time because this is the most active time of the day. So let's see how much money did we make. So as it seems we made 74 silver within like 16 minutes. So the morning time definitely the best time to make money here. I also wanted to test out the evening time, so once it starts to get dark up to like 2 a.m. and it really shows that this is not the best time to fish at because we made only 31 silver. I decided to pick up my carp once again to do some burbot fishing and test my luck, and as you can see I have a catfish on, so not very lucky, but this is actually a pretty nice specimen. This is 4.6 kilos, so nearly a 5 kilo catfish. Time to sell our keep net. It took me like 2 hours to get all the fish out of the AFK in the middle and we made 159 silver, which is actually pretty awful for Belaya. Finally a decent grayling after fishing for like 4 hours. This is a 2 kilo grayling, something to show you guys. But yeah, Belaya has been absolutely awful lately, so let's see, maybe the luck will return. Well, it seems like something is changing because we have a very nice brown trout on right now, which means we can finally make money again and not sell our whole keep net for like 5 silver. So let's see how big this fish is. It is exactly 1.5 kilos. That is so cool to see. Exactly 1.5. 47 minutes, 159 silver. 1 hour, 186 silver. Yeah, nothing special to show you guys. I think one of the reasons why I've had almost no luck with burbot is because my leaders are just way too too heavy duty, so I'm going to make some leaders myself, which are around like 10 kilos or so, and then we can test the spot out once again. Maybe this will help us get some bigger fish. Oddly enough, I've actually hooked into a perch, and this is a pretty decent one. If I would get a perch trophy from this spot, I wouldn't be mad at all, but I mean, 2 perch trophy videos in a row, that would be kind of sus. A perch that's over a kilo, that is very nice to see. Maybe actually we can hit the 1.6 kilo, which is the trophy size. $77 million. Alright, a nice fish is on, so okay, bye bye fish. At least we have hooked into a big chub, possibly the biggest chub of this episode, so I'm very happy about this one. 2.8 kilos. Too bad we lost the previous fish though. As you can see, another big fish is on. I can't even budge it. There's nothing I can do. My reel is just screaming and the fish is just running. It is not showing any signs of being tired at all. Like literally nothing. No, I lost the fish again. Hey, 333. So I've been trying to catch some burbot during the nighttime, as you know, and I think the leader actually made a huge difference. This is a 5 kilo burbot. Previously I caught only small fish, but now I've actually caught some pretty big burbot. Time to sell all the fish. I managed to fill up a chub cafe order for 44 silver and sell the rest of the keep net for 137 silver, so in total we made 181 silver. Not too bad at all. This is 100% the biggest burbot I've caught so far. This is an amazing specimen. I mean, my record is like 9 kilos something, but this is still a very big one. It is 6.5 kilos, so not too far away from my actually personal best. Time to make moolah again. Filled in burbot cafe order for 55 silver and sold everything else for 87 silver, so in total 142 silver. Not too good, but also not too bad. 91 silver. Oh, the sweets are so far away. I'm so sad I can't actually walk over there and get my lure from this tiny piece of grass. But I mean, at least we can always log out. Who would have thought? Money time again. 58 silver for grayling cafe order and 211 silver for the keep net. These burbot really pay well. 404, trophy not found. That's the first eyed I've caught so far. I've caught aspen stuff, but not eyed. 1.1 kilo. Pretty nice. Someone actually got very lucky and snagged the trophy grayling. Super happy for them. Good job. And I have won a chub, which is not too bad either, because I think we had a chub cafe order that we can fill in. Not again. I'm very sorry, but it's money time again. 48 silver for brown trout cafe order, 15 silver for eyed cafe order, and 210 silver for the keep net. Quick maths, 273 silver in total. I definitely did not use a calculator. All jokes aside, I think this is the biggest fish I've caught so far in days. Like actual real life days, not just in-game days. So, and even this is not a trophy sized fish, so I've been extremely unlucky on Belaya so far. Hopefully my luck will turn around soon, but yeah, this is a fine grayling. I think it's above 2 kilos or so. Yeah, 2 kilos. That is a nice fish. That makes me happy. This video is just money making content, but yeah, 138 silver. So I'm taking a small break from all the spin fishing and do some float fishing for today's trophy. I tried with the regular whip at the beginning, but that does not work. Just don't even try. Just use a Bolognese rod right away and you can play with the fish as well. For the bait, I'm just using a caster and clip 12 if I can hit it. I'm not sure. So let's see if we can get something from the surface. I think we're gonna get our first fish. Yep. And what kind of fish it is? It's gonna be a dace. Exactly what I want. It is a dace. And pretty decent dace, 105 grams. We take that. I can tell you one thing, and that is that this is not a dace. This is a grayling on a Bolognese rod. This is not what I was expecting. 470 grams as well. So far the keep net is looking good. Hopefully we can continue this trend. That is like actually a big grayling on a fly. Like actually a big one. Come here. Almost 800 gram grayling on a fly. That is not something I was expecting to get here on a fly. I'm here for days. I thought maybe I'll get like bleak or something, but not a grayling that size. I have to say that actually Bolognese fishing here is so much fun. Like it is actual fun. Oh, and this is like another big fish, I think. Another grayling. Let's see, how much does this weigh? 666 grams. That's the second grayling we've caught this episode that weighed 666 grams. 175 silver within 1 hour and 10 minutes or so. 153 silver. 112 silver. As you've probably seen from the fish that I've sold, I've tried everything on Belaya right now. I've done bottom fishing, I've done spin fishing, I've done float fishing, and no luck. But as you probably saw like a second ago, the grayling that I have on my hook right now is an absolute beast. This is by far the biggest grayling I've ever caught on this account, without a joke. And I'm pretty sure this is actually a trophy grayling. I don't think this is anything under the trophy size. I really hope I'm gonna get this fish in, because as you've seen, I've lost so many fish this episode that have been fighting hard, but hopefully not this one. Just please do not lose this fish game. Well, let's see. How much does this grayling weigh? 3.12. No way. No way. It is 80 grams of the trophy size. I really hope this fish will end my misery, but I guess we'll have to continue fishing. I mean, I like fishing, but still, Belaya, please. 80 grams. And another one. This is quite odd. This is a much better fish. This weighs 1. This is super cool to see. Somebody caught another trophy grayling, so there is hope for me. 26 coins plus 214 coins equals 240 coins. I actually feel sorry for you guys because I'm spamming you with selling all the fish all the time and nothing really special to show, but finally we have something pretty nice on. And yeah, as I said before, I've tried float fishing, bottom fishing, spin fishing, everything, and I'm still going with those, and I haven't found a good spot yet, but I think the spots that we tried at the beginning of the episode are still the best spot for spinning, and we might have some luck with the burbot, but float fishing, I don't think we'll get anything. But yeah, 1.7 kilo grayling. And another very nice burbot on the hook. I believe this is around 6 kilos or so as well. Yeah, almost 6 kilos, so we made a lot of money from this one fish. Right now, I'm fishing with 2 bottom rigs and 1 spin fishing rig, so if I hear a bell, I'm coming here to reload the burbot, otherwise I'll do some spinning. And I finally have another big fish on. This makes me so happy. It's been so long since I had a good fish on the hook, and seeing this, it just makes me feel good. But I don't believe this is yet another trophy. This is something totally different, probably a few kilo chub or a brown trout, but definitely not a trophy size fish. But it doesn't matter, we take these. This is another small win for me because this is actually a fairly nice specimen. This is actually a 3 kilo chub, so 1 kilo under the trophy size. That is actually a big chub. Well, yep, 121 silver, 197 silver. So I've been on Belaya for so long that my rod and reel are slowly giving up. I need to get them fixed. And if you did not know where you can fix your stuff, you can go to any workshops on the maps, and actually then over there you can go and fix your stuff. I just chose to go to Oldburg. I can get my stuff fixed over here. And yeah, this will be my gear setup. We will try to catch some white bream on Baya River, possibly a trophy, hopefully a trophy, and end our trip on Belaya. There is actually a trophy spot for white bream right now on Baya River, which is at 66.29. I use clip size 30 here, hook size 12, and for the bait boilies, you saw the boilies that I'm using on the screen before. And yeah, this is actually a spot where you could get a white bream trophy. Somebody caught 2 trophies in a row here with no ground bait, no PVA, just the regular setup that I have on right now. So I'm gonna throw in 3 of my rods and let's see if we are lucky. It seems like I actually have the first white bream on right now, and it seems like a decent one. Definitely not a trophy, but nothing too small either. So let's see, how much does this white bream weigh? So 200 grams, not too shabby. I actually really like this spot. It's so AFK. Like, the bite rate is absolutely awful, but in the meanwhile, I can work on some other side projects that you will probably see once this episode is out, or maybe once the next episode is coming. So yeah, I can work on 2 things at once. Absolutely amazing. 450 gram white bream. I did an hour of spin fishing in the meanwhile at the same spot as usually and made 199 silver. This is actually pretty good. I don't know what is going on, but this burbot is putting in a fight, and it's definitely not even the biggest burbot I've caught this episode, but it is fighting like crazy. I have absolutely no clue why. Maybe it's the current, but yeah, we have a nice burbot though. This one is probably the 6 or 5 kilo one. Yeah, almost 6 kilos. Lovely burbot. So the fish market is going to pay me 1956 for the burbot, and cafe order is there for 1958. So we're gonna sell it to the cafe for the extra 2 cents. The rest of the keep net is worth 254 silver, which means we are making bank. Well, 142. Okay, this is actually a very nice white bream. 692 grams. That is only 100 grams off the trophy size. After all this fishing, I knew I needed to keep grinding to get the trophy I was after. I caught a lot of different amazing fish here on Belaya. Had some big fish, small fish, odd fish, awesome fish, but no trophy. I also made a lot of cash, as you saw probably from selling all the fish, but it wasn't my end goal. It wasn't my goal to make money. It was my goal to get the trophy. And then one morning when I woke up, I decided randomly, hey, let's do 30 minutes on Belaya right now before work. And this is what happened. Well, by the looks of it, we have something pretty amazing on the hook right now. It is like 6 a.m. right now. I just decided to hop on the game and do like half an hour before work. I just wanted to test it out and see if the spot is still active on Monday. And by the looks of it, it is active. This is my second or first fish actually. Ooh, almost almost lost the fish. So let's see. Maybe this is the end to our suffering on Baya River and we can move on to another water body. Finally. I've been here for like 50 hours or so. Just way too long. It's just holding its ground. It doesn't want to give up at all. And it is moving super slowly, so I think it is a grayling. Because other fish would move super fast, like brown trout would probably be jumping out of the water right now. Chub, that thing also moves fast. But grayling, they're quite slow. They're like slow and steady for the win. Alright, I think the fish is finally tired and I can bring it in. So let's see what it is. It's a chub, but I'm not sure if it's a trophy. Maybe another 3 kilo chub? Who knows? Oh wait, no, actually. This one looks absolutely bizarrely massive. Lads, I think actually this is a trophy. I actually do believe this could be a trophy fish right there. But it looks too big to be anything under a trophy size. Come on. Just don't come off the hook right now. Get through the grass and get in my net. So this is the moment of truth if we can leave this place or not. I really, really hope this is a trophy. Let's see. Yes, finally. I'm done. Let's go. Yeah, got a bit too excited maybe. But 4.4 kilo chub, well over a trophy size as well. This marks the end of this grind, but there are many grinds ahead of us. But I'm still super happy to get done with this fish. Let's check the log and see how nice it will look in our collection. Okay, Belaya, show me the chub. Yes, we have 5 trophies right now on Belaya. So here I have 5 done and 5 more to go. Awesome, halfway there. And yeah, as you can see, this was my second fish actually, the chub. I had one perch before, which was super tiny, and then I have a whole bunch of white bream, which are not worth almost anything. So this chub is worth 82 silver and the rest of the keep net is worth 213 silver. This means after we sell all of these fish, we are so close to having 10,000 silver. This is actually insane. But anyways guys, thank you for watching. Take care. Bye bye.